has some questions around that. All right. Well, we definitely want to be mindful of everyone's time. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our first member mixer. Tonight, on behalf of the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce, we thank you all. We thank you to our members. And to those of you who are not members yet, we welcome you to join us. The Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce's mission is to provide support and leadership for the growth and development of Black owned and operated businesses and to advocate for economic empowerment within the African American community in the greater metropolitan area. We are so excited for you all to get the opportunity to meet our board members, our committee chairs, as well as enjoy and network amongst yourselves. Tonight is for you. Tonight is for our membership base. We thank you again for joining so much, and we hope that you enjoy tonight's program. So we are going to open up our program with introductions from all of our board members. But before we do so, we will ask all of our attendees to please introduce yourself in the chat box, as well as prepare yourself for our agenda item below, which is Kahoot. If you have not already downloaded the app, we ask you to do so, or you can feel free to create a new tab within your browser, and the URL is www.kahoot, Kahoot.it. There will be a pin that we will have to give you all, but that will come a little bit further down the program before we get started with that. Now, as we introduce our board members, we'll allow them an opportunity to say their name as well as the role that they play in the chamber. Board members, as we are being mindful of everyone's time, we all have about 30 seconds or less, preferably, to introduce yourself. We are going to open up tonight's program with introducing our Madam Chair, Ms. Deborah Keller Green.
Good evening. I am Deborah Keller Green, the board chair, and I also chair the Business Development Committee. And the Business Development Committee supports the mission of the Chamber, which is to provide leadership for our members, resources for the growth and the growth of your business, tools for training, tools for resources, and everything that you need to scale your business. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Deborah. We greatly appreciate the work that you do. You are a huge part of the backbone of this organization, and we literally would not be where we are without you. So thank you, thank you. I don't think we thank you enough, but thank you again on behalf of all of us. I realized that I did not introduce myself. My name is Wednesday Pale, and I have the pleasure of serving as our vice president. Now we're going to continue with our board members. We're going to have Mr. Curtis Funderburk.
Good evening, everybody. As Lindsay said, my name is Curtis Funderburk. I am the treasurer. I'm also the owner of a company called System Integrity. We are an IT services company. I'm also chair of the Finance Committee, as well as a member of the Business Development Committee.
Thank you, Curtis.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So we're going to continue with Mr. John Green III.
Good evening, everyone. My name is John Green. I chair the marketing committee. I'm also a fellow board member, and I'm the general agent of TGC Agency, and I support across the enterprise. Glad to be here.
Thank you, John. We always appreciate you. John keeps us in the know, okay? We do not miss a beat with what's happening in Baltimore because of you. So thank you, thank you. All right, Miss Charmaine Davis.
Good evening. Thank you, Miss Lindsay. I am a board member. Charmaine Davis. I'm a board member. I sit on the Academic Development Committee, as well as the Finance Committee. And I am a CPA with Harvard Business Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Charmaine. We really, really appreciate you being a great addition to the board over the past year. You have already left your mark, and we appreciate you. Now we'll have Mr. Adam Jackson.
Hello, peace and blessings, everybody. My apologies for not being on camera. I was out running errands right at the moment, but I'm glad to be here this evening. Board member for the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce. I run an organization called Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle, or LBS for short. We are a grassroots political think tank in Baltimore that does advocacy at the local and state level for the Black community. I'm really happy to be a part of this organization to empower our local businesses and organizations for our community. So appreciate y'all for being here.
Awesome. Thank you, Adam. I think that within this COVID world, I think we all have perfected multitasking at this point. Now we're going to hear from Dr. Mushanga.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Shingarai Mushanga, and I'm a board member and assistant professor of management at Coppin State University. And I'm glad to be part of the board, and I'm hoping that we can work together and work with the other members to get students for internship and employment. So hopefully post-COVID, we can really get to know each other and really work together to help improve your businesses and also help the community with their employing students. Thank you very much, Lindsay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you and your partnership. So last but not least, we are going to bring up Mr. Kendrick Tillman, who is our president. He's going to give you all a warm presidential welcome, as well as tell you why you should be a member of the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Tillman.
Greetings, everyone. I'm so excited to have you here. I am Kendrick Tillman. I serve as the president of the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce, and we're just excited about what a chamber really stands for. We want to see more businesses at the seven-figure mark, and we want to be that organization that helps you do it. And so when you look at the chamber, let's just talk about the three things that we focus on. Is one, there is legislation. If there is some policy that we can all come together, because our motto is that is strength in numbers and power and unity. We wouldn't want you fighting a battle with legislation by yourself. So the first and foremost, we want to make sure that the policy that we need to have in place, we can advocate for. If there's some policy that's going to work against our small businesses, we want to be able to advocate against. Again, it's power in numbers and strength in unity. Second, we want to remove the word networking from our vocabulary and replace it with relationship building. We want you to put your information in the chat. We want to know how you solve people's problems. How do you deliver your products and services to each other so that we can scale? There are 2%, only 2% of businesses in the whole country that are Black that have more than one employee. We need to change that. And so the chamber works on tirelessly to bring resources to you so you can take advantage of the resources. And while you're taking advantage of those resources, you can actually build relationships with each other so that you can help build capacity. That's what we want to replace the word networking with build relationships and then build capacity. Those two things replace the word networking and really drive forward the economy of small businesses that look like us. And so we thank all of, and how can I forget? Number 3 is our constituents. Some of our constituents are nonprofits. And so we want to be able to support our nonprofits. I know we all don't have the capacity to go out and feed the homeless, but we have a nonprofit that is a constituent of the chamber that focus on just that. And so just take advantage of the opportunity to have your philanthropic or your social impact be right here at the chamber. It's a lot of energy and just strength just coming towards us. And I'm just so excited as we all understand this is a volunteer organization. We are not a government agency. However, consistency beats creativity 10 times out of 10. So now we have been consistent for now. How old are we, board members? Quiz. How old are we? It was 2000. Come on, I don't want to say it.
15 years.
There you go. So 2006 is when we started in February with Walter Dean, Lou Fields, Senator Robinson, and Barry Hampton, and Ray Haysberg, the wonderful Ray Haysberg, put this organization together so that we can focus on how we can come together impact our communities while we're growing and scaling. The key word is scaling our businesses. And so, Ken, I'm Kendrick Tillman. I serve as the president of the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm also known as DJ 5 Star, so I would love to DJ your wedding or corporate affair, fundraiser, or health fair or spiritual event. But if you know any educators, we launched a product called Math Through Music. My life's work is a STEM DJ, science, technology, engineering, and math. So if you know any educators, let them know we just launched a product that actually teaches you how to DJ, but using 5th grade through 9th grade math. Mathematical principles. Remember, principles are few, processes are many. So we just take the principles from mathematics and made it really exciting for our young people, and we just need the word to spread out a little more with that. And with that, I'll digress and pass it back to our Madam Vice President. She's doing a phenomenal job. I'm going to just check on our stream and make sure they all get to see you. So if you see yourself twice, no matter, we're streaming on many different platforms tonight because we want to make sure that we can touch some of those members that almost registered and almost paid their dues, but now they said, okay, I need to pay that. I need to click the link. So we want to make sure the link's in the bio. You always see that in our chat as well, and you can share this. And at the end of the day, please make sure you click those 3 dots at the end of the chat so you can save the chat. Don't lose all the information right there. It's a lot of people introducing themselves. A lot of our constituents are introducing themselves. And with that, I want to digress and pass it back to our Madam Vice President. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Mr. President. We always appreciate hearing from you. You bring so much energy to the board and definitely to the chamber. So the next agenda item, we are going to introduce some of our new members. New members, you will have an opportunity to briefly introduce yourself. We're trying to keep everybody at 30 seconds or less, preferably. There are only a few on this list that we're going to name. Once I call your name, I'm going to ask you to raise your hand in the icon so that Mr. President can recognize you and he can add you as a panelist so that you can also come on screen to introduce yourself. The first new member that we are going to welcome, they joined us back in December of 2020, is Ms. Roberta Lowe. Our second new member, we have Mr. Joseph Lorick. Our next member is, and please forgive me if I mispronounce it, Theodosia Deloach. We also have Licardo Beatty, Ms. Henniger Gant, and Mr. Charles Barley. All of our new members that I just named either joined the chamber in December of last year or in January. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of our new members. If we have any of you present, we would love for you to please raise your hand so that we can hear from you. Let's see, who do we have? I see that Mr. Lorick is present. All right, Mr. President, if we can have Mr. Lorick, if we can give him some speaking access. And if I called your name as a new member, please raise your hand. And also, if you joined the chamber within the last couple of days, within the last 30 days, and I did not call your name, please feel free to also raise your hand so that you can have a moment to introduce yourself. Do we only have one new member here today, Mr. Lorick? And if so, that's all right. He get his opportunity to shine today all by himself. Oh, we have one more, I see. Awesome. So while we give our new members an opportunity to introduce yourself, if you just hopped on, please introduce yourself in the chat box. Also, to prepare for one of our agenda items, we ask that you either download the Kahoot app or go to www.kahoot.it. All right, Mr. Lorick, the show is on you. Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure in my short period of time being a member of this board and being a member of this organization. My name is Joseph Lord, Baltimore native. I own Backyard Movie Theaters, where we bring big screens, popcorn, lounge chairs, and the entire movie experience to parties, to date nights between two people. We set up drive-in theater shows, and ultimately we bring entertainment to people in a time where people can't go out to entertainment as much. So we want to make sure that people are able to celebrate life. And coming up, just to let you guys know, in fact, because we're not able to see Coming to America, the new one in the big screen, everyone's going to have to watch at home. I will be showing that movie on a large screen as it should be seen. So I'll let the board and let everyone in the chamber know about that. But again, guys, I'm just here to help with entertainment and make sure everyone has a good time. That's what my business is all about.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lord. We appreciate that. We always appreciate having an entertainment source. So we will definitely keep you in our back pockets. All right, I see we have another new member on the board. I do not want to butcher your name, so I'm going to allow you the opportunity to come on up and introduce yourself. So I'm going to try it just in case. Is it Wanjiku Kajira? You are listed as a panelist now. You can unmute yourself and feel free to turn on your camera. All right, we're gonna give you about 5 seconds to try to unmute yourself really quickly. Wanjiku. I see that you unmuted yourself. We can't quite hear you. All right, we're sorry about those technical difficulties. Did you leave us? All right, so I also see that we had another board member to join us. We're gonna go ahead and make him a panelist as well. All right, so before we continue, we're going to allow Mr. Collins a brief moment to introduce himself and his position on the board. Mr. Collins. All right, Mr. Collins. So we're going to postpone and come back to you. So because we do have some additional time, we do not have a lot of our new members here, we want to allow a brief opportunity for our current members to introduce themselves. I do see that we have a few of you in the attendee list, so we are going to start granting you all speaking access. We are asking to please keep your introductions to 30 seconds or less. We do not want to cut you off. Awesome. I see we have Mr. Alan Hirsch here. Hello, Mr. Alan.
Unmute. There we go. I unmuted. I'm Alan Hirsch. I'm here as a guest. I'm a business coach that believes in making a difference in people's lives. During the coronavirus, I have partnered with a number of business coaches across the country to provide and help to provide coronavirus resources where we can sit down in 45 minutes, help you find 50,000 to 100,000 or more in new sales and leads in the next 90 to 120 days. So if anybody wants to reach out to me, I'm in the chat room with my email address and website. So I'm Alan Hirsch of Alan Hirsch Advisors. We create aha moments.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Hirsch, for that introduction. And did you say you were one of our new members? Did I miss your name on the list? You're not a member.
I'm not
Mr.
a member
Allen.
yet.
So,
no.
Well, we have to change that. Absolutely.
Okay.
This opportunity was definitely for our members to introduce themselves, but since you're here, we're going to charge you to make sure that you join our beloved organization.
Okay.
You have just joined.
And that came from Madam Chair. All right, we're going to proceed
Hi,
with
Deborah.
our current members who will briefly introduce themselves. If you are not speaking, we do ask that you continue to keep yourself muted just to avoid any background noise. So I see that we have Miss Eliza Cooper here. Miss Eliza.
Hello there.
Hi, Miss Eliza. How you been?
I'm fine. Oh, I don't see where I can share my video. Okay.
Oh, so we're not quite doing your face video, right?
Yeah.
So there should be a button at the bottom of your screen right beside where you unmuted yourself. It should say start video.
It's not showing up. So I'm just gonna say hello. And right now, well, my business is called Live Holistically Balanced. And right now I'm focused on the community portion of that business. And every year I host a Black Love Day celebration in partnership with Baltimore's Thriving Communities Collaborative, of which I am the lead. So it's February 13th every year, and it really focuses on healing all Americans regarding racism. So I will be sending out a list of what's going to be happening that day. And we will be doing some healing circles, one that's specifically for whites and one that's for Blacks. And the one that's for Blacks is through the Community Healing Network and the Emotional Emancipation Healing Circle. So that's my 30 seconds.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Eliza. We always appreciate you and the work that you do for the Chamber. So we see we have Mr. Kevin Johnson. Mr. Johnson, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello,
I as well don't have the video button. So good evening, everybody. Good to see you as always. Kevin Johnson here, founder and CEO of the Johnson Leadership Group. I am in Clarksville, Maryland, which is part of Howard County, just south of Baltimore. And we provide leadership development training and executive coaching for the state of Maryland, federal government, small to mid-sized corporations, churches, and academia. We're working with Prince George's Community College and also with Bowie State University. So anything at all that we can do to help support, advocate your frontline, mid-level, and senior level leaders, we're here to help. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson. And before we proceed with letting our members introduce themselves, I just want to go over a few things more momentarily. So for everyone who just joined us, please feel free to introduce yourself in the chat box. That way you all can continue to build that network and capacity building. Make sure that you save the chat box as well at the end of the night so that you can have a record of all of the information. At this current time, we are allowing all of our current members to introduce themselves. So we're going to start back up with Miss Roberta Lowe.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am Roberta Lowe. I'm an executive chef of Veg Box here in Baltimore City. And I actually am a vegan chef and health coach that helps people introduce more plant-based foods to their diet, whether it's for health reasons, to lose weight, to just, actually feel better, have more energy and things of that nature. I do that in 4 different ways. I have a book that's out that's available through my website and also that's available on Amazon.com called Almost Plant-Based. So that's a 7-day transformation to help you transform your life from your eating habits, from actually, introducing new plant-based whole foods. And I also have a restaurant, Veg Box, that's here in Baltimore City on near Route 2. Actually is on the Anne Arundel County and Baltimore City line. And I also do meal prep, meal planning, and also personal coaching as well for anyone that actually is looking to just incorporate more plant-based whole foods and transition over to a healthier lifestyle utilizing that vessel.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Lowe. I can speak personally. Over the last 15 days, I've been actually practicing a vegan diet, and I have truly seen the difference in my energy levels and my overall performance and just the way I mentally feel. So you all need to make sure that you be in contact with Miss Lowe to start changing our diet. All right. So we have Miss Pat Newby.
Thank you, Lindsay. Good evening, everyone. I am Patricia Newby, the president and founder of Strategic Business Partnerships. We believe that all business owners should have access to tools, practices, and expertise to launch and grow profitable and viable businesses, and to do that while they're being their best selves and doing their best work. And so what we do is that we work with business owners and teams to develop their people, to help them build healthy cultures, and to help them think strategically.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Newby. Again, if you are not currently speaking, please make sure that you are muted, please. All right, so we have Miss Margaret Powell. Hi, Miss Powell.
Hi. Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year. And I don't have a business, so I'll just yield the rest of my seconds to the next speaker.
Thank you so much, Ms. Powell. You don't necessarily have a business, but you are a very important part of this organization. Ms. Powell has been a rock star on our membership committee. I know that I got my phone call today to make sure I was going to be here. So thank you for all that you do for us.
You're welcome.
All right. We have Dr. Dennis.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. I can't figure out how to turn the video on, so pardon me for just having the logo on there. So I'm Kimia Naru Dennis. I'm an activist, educator, sociologist, criminologist, evaluator, and founder and owner of 365 Diversity. So the work that I do is extensive, because a lot of times when people say they want schools to change, when they say they want police departments to change, they really mean theoretical stuff. And when you talk about the real stuff that should happen, that Black people have talked about for centuries, actually, that's when folks get mad at you, including in Baltimore City. And so, but that's what I do. So you can check out my website, 365diversity.com. And the work that I do is results-based. So I don't want to hear people's theories. We had enough of that. Now I'm talking about what you're going to do. And how are we going to do annual assessments for police departments, medical providers, everybody, so that they can't pretend anymore that they don't know there's injustice like they do during COVID. They acting like they ain't known for centuries about medical racism. So we're holding people accountable, we're making changes, and that's what I specialize in. You're gonna make some folks angry, but I'm good with that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dennis. We always need people like you on the front lines to tell it exactly how it is. All right, so our last member that we're going to allow to introduce themselves, I don't want to mispronounce it, but I'm going to try it again anyway. Is it Miss Wanjiku? You're muted.
Yeah, I was figuring out how to use this. It was just different Zoom than what I'm used to. Yeah, and I'm glad I'm here. I just moved from Kenya to Greater Boston area. I'm in Columbia. I don't have a business yet, but I'm looking to start a business and network with all of you and see how we can work together.
Well, welcome. Thank you. You are definitely in the right place and in the right hands. Awesome. So I do see that we have our board member, Mr. Collins, back on camera. So Mr. Collins, we're going to turn it to you for our last board member introduction before we get into our committee.
Yes, how are you? Good morning, evening, everyone. George Collins here, president and founder of the African American Firefighters Historical Society, board member, also chair of the legislative committee, and glad to be a part of such an awesome organization. And it's been great to watch it grow and seeing young people like our vice president who's running things tonight, and our president who just bring a lot of energy to the board and to the organization. And I see you're dressed really nice today, so I'm glad I at least put a decent shirt on.
Well, thank you, Mr. Collins. We always appreciate you. So now we are going to, now we're going to jump into our committee. So I am really, really, really excited to hear from our committee chairs. If you all do not know, everybody who is a part of the leadership circle for the chamber is a volunteer. We do this work because we love this work, and we really, really, really want to create and make a true impact in our communities and within our small businesses, our Black small businesses specifically. So, to start with our committees, we're actually going to bring up our newest committee chair, Miss Nikita Lee. Uh-oh, can't quite hear you.
How about now?
All right.
My headset's on.
Yep, and before you get started, Mr. Collins, we're gonna ask you to mute yourself just in case, okay? Awesome.
And I will thank you. And I will ask Miss Deborah to help me a little bit. I left her a voicemail earlier today, but I am very new as a program committee chair, and I am Nikita Lee, and I am the owner of Gap Tax Services DMV. And so we do specialize in family and business tax returns, as well as insurance, credit repair. And then we are assisting folks this year with the Paycheck Protection Program funding as well. So we are assisting more businesses through that process. And so, yes, I am serving as the new program committee chair. And I know that we work with speakers who are coming as well, and just serving as the face of the chamber. And so I'm looking forward to doing that. I actually have been with the chamber for less than a year myself. And so I still consider myself a newbie. I'm learning a lot, meeting and learning a lot of people. Thank you, Mr. Curtis Funderburk, for introducing me to the chamber last year. And so I do want to encourage you all as well, you know, who are new members. When you come on board, you don't have to sit in the back seats or on the sidelines or anything. Just get involved. And just say, you know, I came in and just said, where can I help? And so I'm just here to serve you all, to just be a great representative of the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce. And I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you. And so if you're interested in being on the program committee and working with me, I know we'd love to have you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you. Even the energy that you brought and making sure that tonight happened is much, much, much appreciated. So we're gonna throw it to our Business Development Committee.
Well, I attempted to just tell you a little bit about the Business Development Committee when I introduced myself as the you know, the chair and co-chair of the business development. And as I said, we focus on fulfilling the mission of the organization. Our primary role is to make sure that we bring value-added resources and partnerships to the table. And we have a lot of good information. I encourage you, rather than to spend my time tonight, I want to let everyone know that we are preparing for our annual meeting, where we will give a full report on our partners and our progress throughout the year. So just stay tuned for that. And you'll, that a lot of that work came out of the business development, just to make sure that you have all the resources that you need to scale your business. So just stay tuned for information about the upcoming annual meeting, and I won't hold you any further about the Business Development Committee, But if you want to know more, I'll put my information in the chat if you wish to, if you're interested in joining business development. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Deborah. So as you can see, she wears many, many, many hats within the chamber. All right. So we're going to jump into our marketing committee. You're muted, John.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm live. There are a number of things that we're working on, but I want to make everyone aware of an opportunity that we have for both our members and small Black businesses with the Cary Business School and the Community Consulting Lab. We have an email going out tomorrow that's going to provide a link for you to fill out an application, for you to have an opportunity to have a student engagement team work with your business to help you become more efficient, to find some areas that you need help with. And it's an 8-week program, and the email being sent out will be more informative, but I don't want to ruin it for you now. So look out for the email tomorrow. Please sign up. The deadline to get in your application for this opportunity will be next Wednesday. So we'll be sending it out tomorrow. So thank you.
Is it free?
Yes, it is free. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, John. We appreciate you on that. All right. So we're going to see if we have anything from our legislative committee. Mr. Collins.
Yes, we are into the Maryland General Assembly. I used to have the little pad where you peel off every day. So I got to tell you how many days we're in. But we've been in about 30 days, close to 30 days. Or at least 3 weeks. And we have stepped on to one piece of legislation, the transportation legislation, which will fund fully the transportation of the state of Maryland transit system. And so we've sent a letter of support for that. Baltimore City Senate Delegation Chair Corey McCray is the lead sponsor on that from Budget and Tax. And he's on the Budget and Tax Committee, and he's the Senate Delegation Chair for the City of Baltimore. And on the House, we have Brooke Learman, and she's from Baltimore City as well. And so that's a piece of legislation that we have signed on to sponsor or to support. And we also lend our name to the tax bill for the internet tax. So we're amongst the individual organizations and companies to just look at that bill and see if there are any carve-outs for any of our members that may need help in carving out.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Collins, for keeping us updated. I think it's very, very important for us to know what's happening within our communities, especially in legislation. All right. So
before you go, I want to make sure that everybody, before they get off, to put in the chat who their legislators are, the senator and their 3 delegates. So you can cheat. You're home. It can be. You should know it. So since you're home, it's an open book test.
We appreciate that. I'm sure some of us don't know, but it's very important that we know who these people are. All right. So last but not least, we have our membership chair.
Good evening, everyone. My full-time job is working as a financial consultant. I work with business owners, decision makers like you all to assist them with your insurance and investments, planning, and retirement plans. But my other full-time job, it seems, is the chairperson for the membership committee. And my role for the membership committee is threefold. I encourage successful candidates like you to that's on the line to join in if you have not done so already, that is to join and become a member. And my role is also to encourage you to maintain your membership by paying your dues. And then lastly, to encourage you to engage, and that is join in these monthly meetings, volunteer for committees so that we can get a chance to know you. People do business with those that they know, like, and trust, and it's difficult for us to do that if we don't know you. So we ask that you get involved. If you like to be a part of a great organization with some wonderful people, I encourage you to join. The annual membership is $150, and you can type your name and your number in the chat, and I will reach out to you. Our goal this year is to double membership, so we do need you. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. You all, membership is the driving force of our organization. If we do not have members, we have no organization. I know Mr. Lorick said he's already has learned a lot just within the last few months that he's been a member. So just think about how much information we have to share, not only just for you, but for your constituents. I'm sure as a business owner, you might be in networks with other business owners, or I'm sure you just simply know someone, a family friend, a cousin, an uncle, somebody who has a business. They need the information that we provide. So please, 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 if you are a member, we encourage you to recruit more members. It is very, very selfish for us to get good information and to not share that with our community. All right, so for those of you who are just joining us, we welcome you. Tonight's meeting is just a little bit different. We're having a member mixer. So earlier we gave all of our new members an opportunity to introduce themselves. We heard from some of our current members. We were able to meet our board members. And what you just caught a little bit of was an introduction to all of our committees. Again, I'll reiterate that all of our committees, we are here to serve you as that business owner. And we do this completely free of charge. So we encourage you to come and be involved, join a committee, help us to create the impact that you all want to see, as well as our other community members. Also, earlier in today's meeting, we asked you guys to download the Kahoot app or to go to the URL www.kahoot.it. So now we're going to transition this piece of tonight's event for you all to Ms. Joan, who is going to actually lead us in our new game of Kahoot. Ms. Joan, are you ready? You're muted.
Okay, you guys, are you ready?
So we need the PIN number. Everybody has to get the PIN number.
I know. The PIN number that you can put on your phone or in that browser is 443-7704. I'll repeat it, 443-7704. Okay, and also too, you guys are putting in your names, or you can put in a nickname, but we need for you to log in and put your name in order for you to be on the, to participate.
And this is a Black History Month edition, so I hope that you know your Black history.
Yes, that's right, that's right.
We're gonna give you all maybe about another 60 seconds just to make sure that you are all set. If you are all set within either the Kahoot app or you have it already up within another browser, please just give us a thumbs up or a hand raise just to know that you are taken care of.
Okay. Now, each question, you have 30 seconds to answer. On your device, you can click on the color that corresponds to the correct answer. It might be one answer, it might be two answers, but you need to click on that color and then submit. Now, the three highest scores will win a prize. We do have 3 winners.
Awesome. So I only see a few people with their hands up. If you're having problems getting into the system, please, please, please let us know. We definitely encourage maximum participation. This event is for you. We want to make sure that you have something fun and entertaining on this great evening.
Yeah, this was a new members mixer so that the new members could mix with the seasoned members, and we can just get a chance to fellowship and just have some fun for a little bit and some business.
Awesome. So I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds. I only see 5 participants out of 21 attendees. Come on, y'all. We can do better than that. I'll drop the link one more time in the chat box.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you can put it on your phone, a phone app, or you can go into a separate browser and go on to Kahoot, KAHOOT.IT, and just put on a separate browser, and then you can just click play.
Also, the best way to function, you're gonna wanna probably have Zoom up in one window and then that other browser up beside each other if you can, so that you can see the question and the color for the responses to the answers. And then the browser, you will actually select your answer. All right, so we're going to go ahead, Ms. Joan, and let you get us started. I only see 5 people who raised their hands that they were ready to rock and roll. So if only those 5 members want to play and potentially enter to win, then we look forward to that. Oh, I see a few more hands.
Yeah, I got, there's 14 that have.
You got 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to see about sharing now. So everybody should see my screen, and you should see the game Kahoot that's up.
Yeah.
Okay, you all see that. Now I'm going to read the answer. I'm sorry, I'm going to read the question. And then you guys have 30 seconds to respond. And as I mentioned to you, you select the color coding that corresponds to the right answer or answers. Okay, so we're going to start now. Ready? Let's do this. Okay. Do you know your Black history?
It's loading.
Okay. Who was the Black billionaire business owner who liquidated the debt of Morehouse grads in 2019? Pick your selection, please. You guys got to do submit once you okay, well, good. Okay, 11 people got it. Excellent. Yes. Robert Smith. Okay. Next question. Oh, look at this. Lynette's leading us.
Wow, got one question.
She answered the fastest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, go ahead. Select 2 African Americans appointed to the United States Supreme Court.
See the question.
I wonder who's gonna get this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, all right. We're doing pretty good there. Okay. Thurgood Marshall, Clarence Thomas.
And also, if there's anyone where you're trying to click on the screen, you want to make sure that you're answering in your browser and not on the screen with the Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
That if you're trying to answer there, then that's probably why your answers aren't being recorded. Go to your browser and answer there.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, next question. Lynette is still kicking behind though, so let's go. Next question. Double points. Name 2 of the first Black female millionaires. Yes, that would be Annie Malone and Madam C.J. Walker. How'd you guys do?
Oh, that took a quick shift.
Okay, great. Okay, excellent. Okay, we get some competition going on here. Okay, I love it.
I'm in 13th place.
Who's the first African American to build $1 billion company? Okay, time's up. Reginald Lewis, Baltimore's own, TLC Beatrice Global Organization. Okay, let's go to, okay, all right. A little bit of a shift. Okay, let's go. Next question.
Come back. Oh, come on.
Who was the first Black female CEO of a Fortune 500 company?
I know that one. That's right. Come on, I need some of these. I need to get back on the leaderboard. What is that?
John, I hear you coaching yourself to get back on the leaderboard.
This is not a game.
This is not a game.
Okay. Yes, that would be Ursula Burns of Xerox. Let's see.
Oh, when we had two people?
Okay, so Rashad's coming up and okay.
Boy, see what happens, Lindsay?
Okay, all right. Woo, okay, some competition really in the house. Okay, let's go. Next one. Who was the first Black CEO of a Fortune 500 company? That would be Franklin Raines. Governmental organization. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of the.
It's Fannie Mae. Wasn't it Fannie Mae?
It was a government organization. Yeah.
Wasn't it Fannie Mae?
Yes, Fannie Mae. That's the one. That's the one. Yes. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Go.
Oh, John, what happened?
My finger got stuck.
Okay. All right. You got another chance. Black millionaire quoted as saying, "I will take the devil, I know," adding he doesn't know what Biden will do.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be Robert Johnson of BET, former owner of BET.
He wouldn't be a millionaire. That's what threw me off. All right, that's fine.
Okay, all right.
That's deceitful.
Okay, so Rashad's coming up. Okay, you guys are doing pretty well. Joe Lorick has the highest answer streak of 3. Get it, Joe. Next question, multi-select. 2 recently deceased African-American politicians who paved the way for business rights and civil rights.
No.
Man, if you all get this wrong, you should pop yourself on the hand.
I get it back in.
Revoke your card. Yeah, that'd be Elijah Cummings, Baltimore's own, and then John Lewis.
All right.
Hey, could you tell me what they both did, what business rights they did, and what business rights They did, and
this is not for this, George. This, that'd be for the next. That'd be for the next.
That's right.
That you lead. Okay.
No, I'm just saying. You know, Per Mitchell was the father of the set aside program. So you know, when you start talking about people who've done things, I need to know it.
Professional athlete who regularly slams the NFL for the lack of diversity and ownership in the NFL?
This is a good one.
Yeah, that'd be LeBron James. There's only two.
I have one person?
Oh, we got 11 people. Oh, it's me. I got it right.
No, one people who answered correctly.
Yeah.
One person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was you, John?
That means you were the only one.
Get back on the board. Let's go.
Come back.
Okay, well, good. There's only two persons of color that co-own NFL teams. One is Pakistani and the other one is Korean. Okay, Joe's coming up.
Okay, Rashad.
Roberta, okay, highest climber. Okay, come on, next. Okay, getting to the end now. Two African American poets to read at the presidential inauguration.
Boom.
Amanda Gorman for Biden and Maya Angelou for Clinton.
I get on the board.
Okay, all right. Good. You guys did pretty good on that one. Okay, next.
Coming up. Boy, yes.
Okay, we didn't change here now. Okay. Okay, come on. And next question is a multi-select, double points. Select the African-American celebrities to sing at presidential inauguration celebrations. Okay, yeah, Aretha Franklin. That was at Obama's, Beyonce at Obama's, and Christy Michelle. She was actually at Trump's. She said it derailed her career though, after that. Next.
Uh-oh, is that Charmaine?
Yes, okay.
She hopped up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay, excellent. Okay, that was she got all those points. This is another one. The Black business owners, politicians, and concerned citizens that founded the Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce.
I believe our president gave you those names earlier. Let's see who was listening.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, pretty good. Yes, Barbara Robinson, Senator Barbara Robinson, business owner Raymond Haysbert, and our Barry Hampton. Yes, those three. Excellent question. Let me just see here. Okay, Shadi, she's still there.
Oh, I see you, John.
Wow, you guys are doing pretty good there. Okay, almost. African American business owner, contributor, and alumnus of Morgan State University. Yeah, that would be Earl Graves, the owner of Black Enterprise.
Last one, right?
Okay. Shadi, she's in the lead. Wow. Okay, excellent. Okay. The membership goal for 2021, chamber membership goal. Again, we'll see if you were listening. Oh, well, 6 of you guys got that. Yes, we said we were going to increase a double 100%. So yes. Okay, Shay. Oh, excellent, excellent. You guys were listening, some of you. True or false? People do business with people they know, like, and trust. True or false?
Last question. Everybody should get some points for this one.
Hope so. Okay, well, most of you guys got it. Okay, so let's see who's on the podium. Third place, JLG. Second place, SMM. And first, let's see here, 17,000. Shaidee's the winner. Hey,
congratulations.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Rashad and the professor, you guys were runners up. So I think you guys did a great job. First prize, somebody's going to be getting a gift card to Grubhub, and then other gift cards to second, third place. You guys did a great job. Pat yourself on the hand.
Right. It's just one of the ones you missed.
Say again?
We all got the same number of questions correct. It's just the ones you missed that made the point.
Okay, okay, all right.
That's a good observation, actually. That's a great observation.
Okay, so
awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss so much, Miss Jones. That was fun. Did you guys enjoy that?
Did you learn anything?
Right.
I saw Charmaine using Google.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you guys so much for that moment. We always appreciate a moment to just let your hair down and relax and have a little fun. So before we wrap up, we do have 2 more components that we do not want you to miss. So please stay tuned. Next up, we will have Miss Deborah. She's gonna teach all of our members how to update your portal. Miss Deborah.
So I have the ability to share the screen at this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Already. So what I will be sharing this evening, okay, let me just make sure I did that right. I got to share the screen first. Okay, put on share screen. So what I will be sharing this evening is information to our members to help you to with your marketing. One of our goals is to assist you with marketing and becoming more visible, and being able to, with the Business Development Committee, to match you with opportunities. And in order to do so, we want to have a better profile and have more information on you in our database. So what I'm about to do is just to log in. I'm going to share this evening very briefly on how you, as a member, can log into the website and update your profile and provide the information that the Chamber needs to assist you in your business growth, okay? So, all right, so we're, let me move this down so I can see. All right, so the first thing that you have to do is to log in. And I am now logged in, I believe. Let me see, I'm looking for my login screen. Hold on a second, make sure I'm logged in. Okay, there I am. So I'm logged in. You can see I have my name and my password in, and I can just log in. And once I am logged in, I should be able to click on my name. Okay, so this is an error. Let me put it in right.
You need to add
Password.
the .com at the top. Add the .com.
All right, and my password. And many of you who may not know your password, you know, you can just indicate that you forgot your password and the system will send you an email and then you can log in using your password. All right, so after you log in, you will see your name appear at the top of the screen. You just click on your name. My computer's a little slow. It's still twirling around, so I can speed that up. All right, so I'm saving my password and I'm going down and you can see where once you are in, first thing that shows you to do is to edit your profile. So you click on edit your profile and it will bring you to, I'm going to edit my profile and you're just going to see my information as an example, but you will enter in your information. So it allows you to put in your, you know, your last name, your first name, your middle initial. You are going to know everything about me in a minute. My company is Keller Professional Services, my email address, and my company number. You put in your personal information, which is simply your company information, your website, and your industry. My industry is management consulting. And this is the important part right here. You want to list your company services. By listing your company services, this is your advertisement. So it provides the information that we need in a database to show what services you offer. As Joan said earlier, people do business with who they know and who they trust, but we have to know what you do in order to match it with services and provide opportunities and so forth and so on. And then you go down and you enter your personal information, which is your home address. I think some of this is optional, but I'm transparent, I have nothing to hide. And so I list this is actually your business address. So that is important information to include. You don't have to list if you're home-based business, it's fine, it's up to you to list what your business address is. If you're home-based, you should be proud that you're a home-based business and list that. Company certifications, I listed mine, only have 2, shamefully, and industry codes. And so I encourage everybody to learn what the industry codes are. And if you need help with that, you can, Business Development Committee is available to help you with any of that kind of information or any of your coaches here at the Chamber. So that is as simple as that. And so we encourage everyone to go and do so. If you need help, you can send us an email, or our back office assistant, Leah Mason, can assist you. So I thank you very much for allowing me to show you that. And back to you, Lindsay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Deborah. Members, it is very, very, very important that we have all of your updated information. We have a lot of partners who reach out to the executive leadership team to learn about our membership, and we use the information that we have in our database, of course, to provide that. So let's just say, for example, they reach out and they're looking for a specific industry. If your profile is not updated that you are in that specific industry, you may lose out on opportunities, and we do not want that. So please, please, please make sure that you go in and have all of your updated information. All right, so I know we are waiting for the good stuff to learn how to get some more money. So Ms. Nikita, we're gonna bring you back on to go over the PPP.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. And one thing I love about the Chamber that Ms. Deborah said earlier is just making sure that we have access to resources as business owners. And so the Chamber was represented today. The Better Business Bureau did have an event earlier today with the SBA going over the Paycheck Protection Program, letting us know of the different ways that it is expanded, who's included, how we can be forgiven. There's much more flexibility than there was, last year. So, pretty much what I'm going to do is go ahead and share my screen here. And you all will see everything directly from what we got today from the SBA, which is the most up to date. So let me see if I can share. Turn the lights back on in here. Okay. And then you all let me know when you can see my screen. Can you all see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So let me. Okay, so now I have to move you all because you're over everything. Okay, so one thing that we want to know is, okay, where is the SBA right now, and then what happened before? So just to let you all know of businesses in Maryland, they did let us know that 4,000 businesses in Maryland received Paycheck Protection Program loans during this first draw, or during that first round. And when I hear 4,000, I'm like, man, that's not a lot of people who applied for this particular loan. So I definitely want to encourage us. And then at the end, we'll talk a little bit more. But, one thing I've been hearing over and over again in the tax and the financial industry is that not enough people applied. And, we know a lot of us did not apply because it was just incredibly confusing in the beginning. I know we had someone even on one of our meetings who said she received the money and then gave it back. Because people just did not know what was going on back then. And so one thing they did say to us today is that, it is still evolving. The program itself is still evolving. The rules, everything is still evolving. So this is the most up-to-date information. And when we find out more, we'll make sure that you know that. So this Paycheck Protection Program was intended to increase access to COVID relief for those businesses that were hardest hit, especially those that were woman-owned, minority, veteran-owned as well. So when they've opened the application up right now, I think it's been open now for about 2 weeks. And so funding is going out, especially for those community financial institutions. So now our community banks, many of them were not included the first time. So they are allowing their applications to go through first. So if you do have your business bank account with a community bank, reach out to your lender and ask for assistance and apply, okay? Also, what's great is this time around, there's actually a lender match platform. So borrowers can find different types of participating lenders, and you can see which lender matches your business the best. And then also there's continuing education that's provided, as well as different counseling services. And then at the bottom, as you see here, if you can go to www.sba.gov/PPP, that's how you can stay up to date with what's happening with the Paycheck Protection Program. So what is the first draw? We're hearing first and second draw. And so can you all see yourselves on the screen as well, or no? I just want to make sure you can see the whole slide. Okay. So let me go back. So what is the first draw? And so the first draw is pretty much those folks who did not receive a Paycheck Protection Program loan the first time. You would be considered someone who's receiving your first draw this time, okay? So the PPP loan eligibility now includes additional types of entities. I know there are different industries that were not included the first time that are being included this time. So they really, really are encouraging everyone to reach out instead of just saying, I don't qualify. I don't believe my business will qualify. Just apply. I know a business that received $600 and, there's some who received millions. So, even for folks who think you wouldn't even receive anything, we want to make sure that folks apply because you actually can. So one thing that we want to make sure everyone knows as well is that it has extended. Instead of that whole once you receive it, you have 8 weeks in order to use it. Now they've expanded that to 8 to 24 weeks that you can use that for. And then it was at one point you had to use it for 75% had to be used for payroll. That is now 60% has to be used for payroll. And then they've opened it up to different things that you can utilize it for. So, you know, if you are paying for insurance for employees and different things like that, or rent, utilities, they have expanded it to different things that are also covered as well. So, you know, of what you can do with that additional 40% instead of just mortgage, rent, and utilities. There are additional services that you can, additional expenses that you can use it for as well. And then one of the biggest things that they talked about is to make sure that you make the deadline. So the deadline is March 31st, 2021. Now, I mean, I've heard talks about it potentially being expanded and things like that, but that was not said today by the SBA. So as far as we know right now, do not look at it as if it's going to go beyond March 31st, 2021. Go ahead and apply now. So for the second draw, this would be for those of us who received the first draw of the PPP. Okay, and so now we have an opportunity to apply again. So one thing you want to do, you want to go back to your lender that you received it from the first time. If you'd like to utilize a second lender, you can do that as well. But what a lot of businesses are finding is it's easier to go back to the company that assisted you the first time. They already have your information, and so that should make it simpler and or easier for you to apply this time. Now, there are folks as well who believe they may be able to qualify for more money. And so one thing I do want to let you all know that a lot of people don't know, you can apply through multiple lenders. You can only accept from one. So you are able to do that. So what you can do if you do have multiple applications, if you do have one that you'd rather go with one lender over the other, you can go back to the other lenders and let them know that you are not interested in accepting that loan, and they can close that out for you and you can go with the lender of your choice. Okay, so those who are newly eligible, housing cooperatives, destination marketing organizations, chambers of commerces, us, and then those who are still eligible, business entities, sole proprietors, 501c3s, 501c19 veteran organizations, and tribal businesses. So for sole proprietors, independent contractors, and self-employed individuals, apply. You may not have an LLC, but there are a ton of sole proprietors who did receive the Paycheck Protection Program loan the last time, okay? So reach out to your lender, reach out to consultants who are assisting with this, and they can explain that to you a bit more. Because it is, to my understanding, depending on the type of entity, there are different things that can be done. So just make sure you speak with your lender. Now, for borrowers that previously received the Paycheck Protection Program loan and have 300 employees or less and suffered a 25% reduction in gross receipts, you know, that's what you want to, those are the ones who qualify for this second draw. So for most borrowers, the maximum loan amount is 2.5, the average monthly of 2019 or your 2020 payroll cost, up to $2 million. So that is still the same. Now, they are making some accommodations for those who are in the food service industry, especially restaurants. As we know, they were hit really, really hard. So there is a NAICS code, NAICS 72, and that is specifically for the accommodation and food services sector. And so with that, those businesses actually get to do 3.5 times their average monthly for 2019 and 2020 payroll costs. And it is still up to $2 million, but instead of that 2.5, for those, it is 3.5. And the second draw of applicants must submit the information on the SBA form 2483, okay, on your borrower application. And so your lender will have that. If you do not have the application, you can go to the SBA's website, and you can also go to your lender's website as well. Now, in order for you to receive the second draw, you must have received the first one. Okay, so you're not eligible for the second draw if you did not receive the first. And so it has, you have to use it or will use your first full draw loan amount only for the eligible expenses for the PPP second draw loan that's dispersed to you. And you do have to have less than no more than 300 employees. And then you have to be able to show that you did have a reduction in 25% in gross receipts between comparable quarters of 2019 and 2020. Now, this is actually pretty cool because you can actually select a quarter. And so whichever quarter you do select, you want to make sure that it's the same quarter from 2019 and 2020 for the second draw. Okay, because we know we had a lot with the whole February and you had to show different things like that for the first one. For the second one, you want to make sure you have corresponding quarters and that you're taking, the information of what you had for 2020 and 2019 both. And then when it comes to forgiveness, so they have put some more things in place. If there are a number of you who have received Paycheck Protection Program loans and you have not yet applied for forgiveness, or, there's some people I know, if you're like me, you've reached out to your lender and they've said, we're actually not processing forgiveness loans at this time. And so one of the things they spoke to today was that you will find, so one, the SBA is processing forgiveness loans, right? They are processing forgiveness applications right now, okay? The SBA is. However, there are some lenders who are not processing forgiveness loans as of yet. And one of the reasons that they said today that they're finding a lot of lenders are kind of waiting or holding off is because anyone who's been following this, you're seeing that the rules and regulations, they have been evolving over time. And so you have some people who applied for forgiveness like really early, back when it first came out. And so if you applied for forgiveness back then, you actually are obligated to the laws and rules that were in place at that time. Yet for those who may have received a Paycheck Protection Program loan, and you have not applied for forgiveness yet, when you do apply for forgiveness this time around, the current rules that are in place will apply to your forgiveness. Okay, so just to go over this a little bit, the EIDL advances are no longer deducted from your forgiveness payment, which is awesome. The forgiven PPP loans are not taxable income. So your expenses that are paid with your Paycheck Protection Program loan are now tax deductible. They weren't at first. And so you can consult with the IRS or your tax professional for more details on that. And then they've expanded the forgivable expenses as well. Those that were not already forgiven, they have more that have actually been forgiven. And so coming soon is a simplified forgiveness application for PPP loans of $150,000 and under. And so let's keep an eye out for that. To my understanding, what that was going to look like is maybe a one maybe to 4-page document. I don't even think it'll be that large, but some have said it may even be a 1 to 2-page document of you just certifying that you have spent the funds correctly, depending on the amount that you received. And so here's just some additional resources for you as well. So what to do now? You want to contact your lender. If you do not have a lender, then feel free to go to the SBA's website so that you can match with a lender. Feel free to go to www.sba.gov/PPP for the most up-to-date documents. And then also contact your local SBA district. It was really great to see a representative from Baltimore today on that call, which was really, really great. So Baltimore, we do have our own local SBA office. And so the information there is here as well. And you can also email them at baltimore_due@sba.gov. Okay, and so follow them as well. So these are additional resources that are available to us to speak directly with our SBA representatives here in Baltimore. Now, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. The SBA is offering low interest, long-term federal disaster loans for working capital to those organizations who are suffering substantial economic injuries due to the pandemic. Now, all Maryland small businesses are eligible to apply for these loans, and the deadline is 12/31/21. So that's one thing to let you know right now. The deadline for the Paycheck Protection Program is March 31st, and the deadline for the EIDL, or what we call the EIDL, is December 31st, 2021. And so you can apply at the sba.gov/disaster for those EIDL loans as well. One thing that I did want to let you know is that even the local SBA does not have access to the EIDL database. So for that, you would have to reach out to the headquarters, because the ones who are here local, they don't have access to that particular database. But just reach out to them and they would be able to give you more information on that. And then these are additional resources available for us for mentoring and counseling. We can go to SCORE. For those of you who may not be familiar with SCORE, that is a nonprofit where you can find mentors as well, who can mentor you in your particular area of business. There's the Maryland Small Business Development Center here for us as well. And then our women's business centers. You can see that we do have our Baltimore location that is there as well. So for those of us who are in the area, and there are 3 of these centers for women in Maryland. So if you're not located in Baltimore, you're located in other areas, here's the information for you as well for those centers. And then for veterans as well, here's some additional information for you too. So you all let me know if anyone needs to kind of snap or take this information. I don't want to move on too fast and you don't get it. Okay.
I see a hand raised.
See.
I think that's Lady Bell.
Okay. Well, let's do this. Let me finish, and then I can address that. Okay. So, all right. So we're done with that, and let me see the hand that is raised. Now, I don't know how to do any of these things, so let me come out of screen share.
I just allowed her permission to talk.
Okay.
Lady Bell.
Sorry, I don't have a question. Thank you.
No problem.
Are there any additional questions? Okay. Well, one thing I want to let you all know as well, if there are some folks who you do not have a lender right now and you kind of have questions and just kind of want to know what's going on, one of the things that I wanted to do was to just come and encourage everyone to apply. Whether you understand everything or not, just apply and do the best that you can. The great thing is that there are plenty of people who are out here now as consultants, where the SBA and IRS have allowed us to do some additional things as well, even as tax professionals, to be able to assist you all. So reach out and apply. I always tell people it's better to apply and get a no. You're still in the same place you're at right now. But what if you apply and you get a yes? Right? If you stand in the space of what's possible, if you apply and you get a yes, then that's more than what you have right now, right? So at least try and go for it. And so feel free also to contact me. We actually do have access directly to 2 lenders as well. And so if you would like to be in contact with those 2 lenders that we have, and these are lenders and processing companies that are Black owned, feel free to reach out to me. And so my number is 301-298-9010. That's our office number. And since you all are chamber members, I'll give, it looks like it's a few of us as well, I'll give you my direct number as well. And that's 434-429-9397. And it's usually better to text me before you call, so I know that you're reaching out to me. Okay. And so Lindsay, I will turn the call back over to you, and I won't hold everybody up any longer. But thank you all for allowing me this time to share.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, that was such valuable information. Like she said, please, please, please apply. We saw a number of our members, but also just a number of business owners that we've come in contact with who didn't even put their name in the bucket. So please, please, please apply. You have a lot of resources here, right here within the chamber. So please use us as much as you can for, of course, your benefit to grow your business. Again, thank you all so much for coming to our first member mixer. I feel like tonight was amazing. Thank you all so much for our game, Miss Joan. We were able to hear from our board members as well as our committee members. Again, for all of our members, please, 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 if you have some availability within your schedule, join a committee because we need you. John, I saw your hand. Did you have another announcement for us?
Another announcement for those members that are in the restaurant business or food service. The state just opened up another grant. It was $3.9 million. You have to get it in before next Wednesday. We'll be circulating that again tomorrow. The minimum grant award is $10,000, but you have to apply by next Wednesday.
Awesome. So we have a grant for restaurant owners, and we also announced Johns Hopkins Carey School of Business also has an 8-week program that is open for you all to have MBA students as a consultant, as a mentor for your business. We will rotate those in our e-blast starting tomorrow. So please take advantage of all of the resources that we have to provide you all. Also, if you are a member, please encourage someone else to join us. We have a lot of information and a lot of great resources that we would love, love, love for you to have access to. So I see, before we leave, I see that Mr. Harpoon was added as a panelist. So Mr. Adrian, we're going to allow you a brief opportunity to introduce yourself. Very, very brief. We have about 30 seconds because I think we're standing in between our members and their dinner. Mr. Harpoon. Going once. Going twice. Mr. Harpoon. All right. Try one more time. We're going to try to unmute yourself. I'm not sure if you're speaking to us yet.
That.
All right, there you go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I really enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was a little late, but I got all the Black History questions right, except I didn't know how to put them in. So, nonetheless, thanks a lot. This was great. I'm a new member, and I'm glad, or at least a returning member, and I'm glad to be part of that. And I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing a lot of you all later on this month. I guess they'll send some announcements out about what we've been working on. And some of you will be participating in that in a lot of different ways. So I won't take up any more time, but thanks so much. I'm glad to be a member.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And just to kind of throw him some kudos, Mr. Harpoon and his team have been working tirelessly for our annual meeting that is coming this month. Madam Chair did announce that. We will also have an email blast going out for that information as well. Again, thank you all for coming out. Thank you to our board members, our committee chairs, and to all of our members and guests for coming to our first member mixer. We definitely have many, many, many more for you all to enjoy. Well, this is good night. And thank you all. We'll see you again.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.